Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
We've all done it. You see a headline but don't have time to read the whole story, or there's so much news you're not sure what is worth your time. I'm Colby Ekowitz, co-host of Post Reports, the weekday afternoon podcast from The Washington Post. Post Reports brings you what's relevant and revealing. Breaking stories, politics, wellness, culture. Each episode goes beyond a headline for the context you need. Find Post Reports now, wherever you're listening.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include a lot more people than ourselves. Loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, we help plan your financial picture with the bigger picture in mind. Because even though our business is helping guide your finances, our ambition is to make it mean so much more. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.
Wake your ass up, fool. John Jay and Rich. What's crack-a-lackin'? This is the big boss dog, Snoopy Deagle Double Jizzle. Bang, boom, what you gonna do? John Jay and Rich. We're not talking about Ren 1010. We're not talking about Lassie. It's the one and only dog, y'all. The classy, sassy, big Snoop Deagle Double Jizzle. In your face to be, and in the place to be. And you're listening to John Jay and Rich. Wake your ass up.
104.7 KISS FM, John Jay and Rich. Our phone number is 877-937-1047. Our website, johnjayrich.com. You can text us anytime you want. You text JJR and whatever you want to say to the number 96893. So I saw this article on the internet, you guys, from the website eatthis.com. You ever heard of that?
Yeah. Eat this, not that.
Yeah, eat this, Rich. Eat this. They put out a list of the top unhealthiest foods on the planet. And I consider myself a pretty healthy eater. And it just so happens, the last couple days, I've eaten some of the food on this list, and it really bums me out. And it's Peyton's fault.
What? Why is it Peyton's fault that you ate something?
I had cake, and I had white bread. The cake is Peyton's fault.
What?
You brought back this Dutch chocolate from Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Right? And
delicious.
So, yeah.
It was probably the best chocolate I've ever tasted.
It's so good.
Yeah,
Thank you again.
It was absolutely unbelievable Dutch chocolate. And I'm half Dutch, half Mexican. I was very excited. So I put it on the counter, opened it up, broke it up into little pieces, and shared it with my family. There was a little bit left, and I was like planning that was going to be, like I was allowing myself to eat this one piece of chocolate. Now, the day before this, my wife went to a bridal shower for our friend getting married and brought back chocolate cake, vanilla cake, and all this stuff, which I would never eat, it does nothing for me. It's not a problem being in the fridge. It doesn't bother me. But, Lord and behold, I'm watching TV, and I get up to get my piece of chocolate. I had mentally prepared to have that last piece of chocolate. And it was gone.
No.
Yeah. And I was like, what the hell happened to the piece of chocolate? And my wife came into the garage because she was walking the dogs. And she even asked me, do you want to go walk the dogs with me? I'm like, no, I'm watching TV. So she was taking turns walking the dogs. And she dropped off a dog and picked up two other dogs. And she was going through the garage. And I got up to get the chocolate, and the chocolate wasn't there. And I went out the kitchen door and met her in the driveway. And she looked up. She goes, because I was like, hey. She's like, well, I go, where's that Dutch chocolate? She's like, she grabs her hand, puts it on her stomach. She goes, it's in my tummy. And I was like, I was saving that. She goes, oh, sorry. So I went into the kitchen. Now I was craving chocolate. Yeah. Craving it. And I opened the fridge, and there's all this cake from this bridal shower. And I was like, and then when I want to eat bad, and I'm sure other people like this, you start to compromise yourself. Well, it's Sunday. Mm-hmm. Well, it's whatever. Yep. I'll get back to mom and work out tomorrow. Sure. So I just start mowing all this cake. I ate every single one of them. It was 2 vanillas, 2 chocolate, and a peanut butter like souffle mix. I just ate it all. And then when I was sitting there, I was like, damn it, Peyton.
That's all your fault.
Like, that's my fault because I wanted to be nice and get you some fancy Dutch chocolate. John Jay, when you said that we were going to talk about how something that I did affected your life. I did not think it was going to be about the Dutch chocolate. I thought it was going to be about your stuffy nose and why you can't breathe because I got you the air filter for your birthday, and the air filter is now dusty.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought you were going to blame me for that.
Didn't you order more filters?
I haven't ordered them yet, but I got you, dude.
Oh, because you were like, you brought them up. You go, here they are, and I thought you ordered them. I'll pay for them.
Okay, I'll order them for you.
Yeah, I can't breathe. And in fact, you know what's funny is I can't smell anything. There's a bag of Kyle's smells dirty socks here.
Yeah.
And I thought, what if I could smell those?
Is that your test? Is that how you know that
What
you're
a random statement that just rolls right out as if it's nothing.
Someone's listening right here.
Why-
Someone right now is going,
would John Jay have that?
why do I have a bag of Kyle's dirty socks that have been there for 3 years?
So gross.
But let me go over this list of the unhealthiest foods on the planet.
Yeah.
Cake is number 10. Ice cream is number 9. Donuts is number 8.
I love a good donut.
Number 7, by the way, which I just said to my son Dutch last night, I go, I am really starting to fall in love with popcorn. Microwave popcorn is number 7. Cookies, number 6. And Kyle gets her crumbles. Fast food burgers is number 5.
What a shame.
French fries is number 4.
You're depressing me.
I know.
I eat all of these.
Processed meat, like bacon and hot dogs. She just had a hot dog last night. White bread. I love white bread. Now, I've heard that sourdough is healthy.
Yes.
But sourdough is also white bread.
Yeah, but it's processed different, so
Yeah.
it digests easier.
I struggle with white bread because I used to eat wheat bread, but apparently I have a wheat allergy. And so I only eat white bread now.
I love white bread until I heard the statement, the whiter the bread, the quicker you're dead.
Oh my God, I'm so glad
Yeah,
you said
I know. It's terrible. But look, I brought a sandwich today and it's white bread.
that. So it really affected you.
And we make cookies every week and we get donuts every Sunday. I'm sure pizza was on the list. We do that too.
I remember when I was in college, my sister says to me one time, I went to go visit her in college. I was in college. She goes, bread is the enemy. And I'm like, oh my God.
Bread and
so
beer.
The number one food that is the unhealthiest food. Let's go around the room once. Payne, what do you think?
Oh, geez. Sour cream.
No. Kyle?
Bagels.
No. Rich?
Waffles.
No.
Cheese.
The number one unhealthiest food on the planet, which I can no problem not eating this, but you can't just have one.
Chips.
Potato chips. Potato chips.
Oh, you know what else? Okay, so
I
these
have
things
one
like
chip.
you read,
Give me a
they
chip.
stick with you. I saw this meme that was like, hey, do you want 87 tortillas? Me, no. But then they stick a bag of tortilla chips in front of you and you eat the whole bag and then
Yep.
you just ate 87
Yep,
tortillas.
that's true.
That's the worst when you're able to like piece the tortillas together at the restaurant and it makes it.
I know, but
Or
you just
the
keep
chips.
eating them. It's so much easier.
It's the
Hey, a
salt.
few more on this list because I gave you the top 10. A few more that are on the top 100. Bottled and fast food smoothies, granola with added sugar, ketchup, barbecue sauce, frozen dinners, and coffee creamer.
Wow.
No
are
pizza
things-
on that list.
Well, I just went over some of it. I didn't go over all
I
of
was
it.
just curious because I'll eat pizza every day.
Well, I've gone down this like rabbit hole with sometimes like on the algorithm, I'll get some of like the health people. And I saw one the other day and this guy was basically saying that kale is bad for you and spinach is bad for you. And I'm
Why?
like, even the good foods aren't good for you anymore. It's like, what's the point?
There's a whole anti-kale campaign somewhere that
I've
someone's
started
driving.
it. I've started it. I don't like kale. I don't trust people who say that they love kale.
Anyway.
Nobody loves kale.
There have been some kale salads that I've been like, oh, that's really good. Maybe I do like kale. But it's like they have to be done right and the dressing has to be on them forever so that's not so...
Straight kale.
Yeah, yeah.
John Jay and Rich Payne, what's the vibe for horoscopes this morning?
I'm going to tell you about your zodiac sign and how you are when you are behind the wheel. What kind of driver are you?
Okay, 877-937-1047. What's the Dilly? What? No, her name's Dilly, or his name. Hi, Dilly.
Hi.
What's the Dilly? You ever hear that?
What's the dealio?
What's your sign?
I am an Aries.
Okay, Aries, I'm going to tell you how you are as a driver. You are the speed demon. You are the one who sees a yellow light and then it's all gas, no brakes. Speed limits are just suggestions for you, and you have definitely screamed at somebody and laid on your horn at someone going a little bit too slow for your liking.
Yep. Sounds all right.
Yeah, you guys are fiery for sure.
She's laughing because she knows that's not going to stop.
No, never.
Hey, is your real name Dilly?
Yes, sir.
That's so cool.
It's
Are you
cute.
named
I
after?
like
Is
it.
it because of the Busta Rhymes song?
No, it's actually short for something. I am an Islander. My great-grandfather named me, so.
Wow, that's very cool. I love names that have heritage and stories like that. Very cool. Thank you, Dilly.
Yeah.
What's
Thank
the dealio?
you, guys.
Bye. Shannon, good morning. What's your sign?
I am a Scorpio.
Okay, Scorpios, the type of driver that you are the road rage driver. You will stare down the driver who just cut you off. You don't honk often, but when you do, it's personal. And your RDF, your resting driving face, is absolutely terrifying.
True story.
At least you own it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Shannon.
Thanks. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye.
Hello, Brittany. What's your sign?
I'm a Gemini.
Okay, Geminis, the kind of driver that you are the distracted driver. Are you driving or are you hosting a talk show, Geminis? You are changing the music, you're checking your phone, having a full-on conversation all at the same time, and you somehow still make it to your destination barely. You're the kind of driver where you're driving and then you don't even realize how you got home.
Well, that sounds about right.
You know, when you like zone out, and it's like, how did I get here?
Just a little bit. Oh my gosh, I love you guys. I've been listening to you since 2003. I'm like so excited to be on the phone with you right now.
Wow, that was way back in the day.
I know. I was a junior in high school when you were on 97. Was it 97.3 KRQ?
Yeah.
93.7.
Yeah, or 93.7.
Still there.
Yeah.
Still on there.
Yes.
That's very cool.
Awesome. So awesome.
What's been going on with you since then?
Well, now I live in a small mining town in Baghdad, Arizona. So
That's what happens to our listeners if they listen that long. They got to move to Baghdad, Arizona.
Are you a minor?
no, my husband.
No, are you under 18?
What?
Oh no!
Just kidding. Just kidding.
I was a junior in 2003.
I know, just kidding. Well, Brittany, thanks for listening. I've been to Baghdad, Arizona, by the way. It's really nice. It's beautiful.
Oh, it's so nice. It's a great place to raise a small family.
Agree. Well, thank you for listening and have a great day.
You too. Bye, guys.
Hi.
I was just thinking when I said to Dilly, I go, are you named after the Busta Rhymes song, right? Now, and I just thought if someone was listening going, oh man, John G's a fan of Busta Rhymes. That's so cool. But did you guys know what song I was talking about?
Mm-mm.
It's put your eyes where my hands can't see, or put your hands where my eyes can't see. Busta Rhymes like, no, with the dealio. Do you know the song?
Yeah, but I was thinking, what's the dealio?
Yeah. So,
tell me what's the deal. I was thinking of that one.
I thought someone's thinking, that's cool that he listens to Busta Rhymes, but that's not the name of the song. He's in Dilly. It's put your eyes where your hands can't see, or something like that. Then I thought every once in a while, then I might just drop that into people and just pick a really cool artist. Like
you flex your music.
But I might be wrong. Like I'm going to go, oh, so Kyle, what's your sign? You're going to be
Libra.
Oh, Kyle. Oh, are you named after the Future song? And then he'd be like, no, I'm not. Oh, okay. And then anybody else would go, oh, John G knows Future.
Yeah, that's probably very true.
It's
That's
like a
funny.
street cred. It's hard to get
if they don't know the Future song that I'm talking about, they don't know.
No,
I just don't know that track.
With John Jay's luck, you're going to find someone that's actually like a future expert.
Yeah.
And like he doesn't have a song and anything to do with Libras.
I'll find the song where they mention the name Kyle. What's up?
Hey, I was going to say the Busta Rhymes lyric is hit you with my 9 milli, what the dealio.
That's it.
Just to let you know.
That's it.
I do know that song.
Hit you with the milli, with the 9 dilio. What's that song called? Put your
Grant
hands
really
where your
knows
eyes can't
Busta.
see me or something?
Yeah, put your hands where my eyes can see.
Right. Okay,
Oh, my dog growing up, his name was Busta, named after Busta Rhymes.
See, that's why I said it. All right. By the way, let's do Libra.
Yeah, well, Libra, Kyle, the type of driver that you are, you're the indecisive one. Are you turning left or are you turning right? And no one, including you, knows. You miss exits constantly, and then you get mad at yourself for it, and your car is questionable.
You've seen my car, so that's probably pretty accurate.
Questionable.
Yeah, and when I was driving to the Renaissance Festival, I did miss an exit. So at first when you said that, I'm like, no, I think I'm a pretty decisive driver. I know where I'm going. And then I had to remember, I did miss an exit.
That also happened on that show. On the show Running Point. She's following navigation. She misses an exit and has to turn around and makes everything late again. Just like Kyle. See what I'm saying? All right, what about, let's do Pisces.
Pisces, Richie, the type of driver that you are, you're the daydreamer. You completely zone out while driving and then suddenly realize you're 10 miles past your exit. Also, you forget where you parked all of the time.
I've never remembered where I parked. It was such a big joke in my college that my friends would be like, we're going to mark your spot so we know where you are. Even like what side of the college, I had no idea.
Well, now you can drop your pin and you can find your car wherever.
It's not as fun.
All right, if we didn't get your sign, they're all posted on our website, johnjaneandrich.com. Hi. I understand Nora has a dirty little secret. Good morning, Nora.
Good morning.
What's your secret?
So I brought the wrong purse when I was going to dinner with my friend a while back, my friend from work one night. And she told me not to worry about it. And basically I can get her dinner the next time we have dinner. And then a couple days later, she really pissed me off. She parked in my spot at work, which she knows it's my spot. And anyway, like since that happened, I've been just avoiding any conversation that involves getting food, no lunch, no brunch, no dinner. I always have an excuse. And I thought she'd eventually just forget, but it's been over 6 months and she keeps bringing it up. And overall, I'm just like, I'm proud of myself more than anything else because I'm just like, I've done a really good job at avoiding it. So do I just tell her or should I just like keep it going and keep her on edge?
Do you think there's a part of her that was like, I think I could park in her spot. She owes me $50 for dinner.
I think so. That's why I'm pissed.
Are they assigned spots? Like everybody has their spot, or that's just normally where you park?
That's just normally where I park, but like she knows.
Oh, here we go.
No, but that is annoying. I get it. That's annoying. But also, like, I'm the kind of person, if I owe somebody money, like, I can't almost function until I pay them back. Mm-hmm. So I kind of feel like I get where you're at. You're upset, but I also feel like you should pay her back because it's kind of messed up you haven't.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't really feel like I owe her. Like, she offered.
What was the deal? What was the deal? Like, I'm going to buy you, I'll buy dinner?
I forgot my wallet, genuinely. And she was like, I got you, just take me out to dinner next time. But like, I don't want it next time. So that's kind of what happened.
And she parked in your spot one time?
Yeah, but like, I was late because of it.
Not assigned parking.
I think those are two unrelated things. Like, you probably have to take her to lunch.
Or just get her a gift card to go lunch to herself so you don't have to go with her.
You don't want to spend time with her. Or what if she does this? What if she keeps parking your space and then one day she's going to be like, hey, dinner was $50. I parked your space this many times. It's $7, I figure, for parking. So I'm deducting that. So now you only owe me $3. And then give her $3 and say, good riddance.
Okay. I like that.
All right.
It's really not your spot, though, if it's not assigned.
Especially if it's free parking.
Yeah.
My spot. She knows.
You see, I think the people that feel like it's their spot, I think there's a little something. The fact that you would ditch a friendship because somebody just parked somewhere, because I promise you, she's not thinking about that being your spot. She just pulled into a spot.
I mean, she never parked there again.
Okay, but that doesn't mean she thought about it either way. You know, if you want to live in a world where people show you grace, you have to show grace.
That's true. It's a good lesson.
I mean, I guess. I just feel like she was being really passive aggressive, and I'm like trying to teach her a lesson.
It sounds like you're being passive aggressive.
I'm just being. I think the punishment fits the crime.
Well, I've gone to dinner with this friend of mine. And we went like couples, and I remember I picked up dinner, and then I don't want to say who he is, but he also went to Cabo with me to get stem cells. And then I picked up dinner there too.
I think I know who you're talking about.
And I feel like he needs to pick up dinner next time.
Like it's his turn.
Yeah, but it was weird because he was with me, my wife, and my son. So I bought dinner, right?
Yeah, I mean, that kind of makes sense.
Right, but then the other time it was like him and me and his wife and whatever, and I bought dinner, and I feel, so at one point, I remember in fact, I was a little embarrassed by myself because he's like, yeah, where do we all go? I go, we will, and you're buying.
But this is it, like, it's not like your friend John Jay was like, I'll get you next time.
No.
So you could accept that, like, she actually told her friend she was going to get her next time.
I know. All right, Nora, have a great day. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye. Time for Stacks and Hacks. I have stacks of information, and Rich has life hacks. According to NASA, the Las Vegas Strip is the brightest spot on Earth from space.
Oh, wow.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Kind of neat.
There's a lot of lights there.
Also, Jupiter is the oldest planet in our solar system. Just some fun facts for you.
I love the jingle. Every time I hear the word Jupiter, it's like, boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider. Girls go to Mars to get more stars. You guys never heard that?
Of course.
Yeah, okay. I thought maybe somebody would jump in with me on my little singing.
Sorry, I left you hanging on that one.
A new study suggests that having some belly fat may be beneficial for brain health in younger adults. some belly fat. That's good. I think that's why I'm so smart. I had some belly fat a lot in my youth.
Some a lot.
A 29-year-old wedding guest in Vancouver started a fight over the weekend after someone took his keys away to keep him from driving drunk. Cops arrested him and gave him a ride home to sleep it off, but he ordered an Uber, went back to the wedding to get his car, and got a DUI anyway.
How dumb can you be?
Right? I know, what a dummy. People are listing things on the internet that were once hyped as the next big thing but flopped. Okay, the next big thing but flopped. For example, fake meat.
Oh, yeah, thank God that didn't go.
Remember the Google glasses or those, what were they, Facebook glasses?
Google Glass.
No. Yeah, but there was also the Snapchat ones. Remember I bought those?
Yeah.
I bought those. That's not Google Plus, is it? No, Google Plus was like Facebook.
Yeah.
Because Google Plus is number one. The Facebook killer that died. Google Glasses, I think that should be on. Well, VR. They keep trying to make it happen, but it's never going to be mainstream, they say. Threads is another one.
Yeah.
Sega Dreamcast, one of the gaming consoles that didn't catch on.
Oh, those commercials were really good.
Oh, Google Glasses is right up here, number 7.
Right.
What the Segway?
Oh, yeah.
The Segway is supposed to change. The Zune, Rich. Remember the Zune?
Oh, I do. I bought you a Zune.
We heard all about that gift for years.
He wanted an iPad or an iPod with a radio, basically.
Yeah.
So that was the Zune.
Now it's the iHeartMedia app. iHeartRadio app. 3D TVs and curved televisions were things that didn't take off.
Yeah, we just want big TVs. We don't need them curved.
What food is delicious in small amounts but gross in big amounts?
Applesauce.
That's a good one, actually.
To me,
That's really
cake,
good.
a bite of cake is good, but too much cake.
Dude, I could eat so much cake. I could eat.
Really?
I could eat. I have a cake.
I don't know,
problem.
man. Anything sugary.
Anything really decadent, like.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Number one answer is exactly what you described, but can you be more specific?
Fudge.
I was
gonna say, like,
yeah,
chocolate
fudge.
cake.
Fudge is good.
No. Keep going. This is so what in your life?
Cheesecake.
Cheesecake. Number
Yeah,
one
I
answer. Cheesecake is the number one answer of something that's good in small amounts. They say Arby's beef and cheddar, eggnog, oysters, Vienna sausages, mayonnaise, butter, pancakes, truffle, honey, marshmallows, cotton candy, candy corn, wasabi, sesame oil, frosting, and cereal. Someone said the first bowl of cereal makes you want a second bowl. The second bowl makes you realize you didn't want a second bowl. That doesn't work for me. I can eat a whole box of cereal.
love multiple bowls of cereal.
I know. Me too. Speaking of food, they put out a list of the 5 most dangerous expired condiments in your fridge. Like when I run out of ketchup or ketchup's been there a long time and it's expired, I still use it.
Okay. I would say salad dressing is dangerous. Especially
salad dressing, number 2.
Oh, yeah.
Creamy kinds that have eggs or cheese are supposed to be tossed after 2 months. Oily dressings last longer.
What about butter?
Butter, not in there. Soy sauce, number 5. Mustard, number 4. Ketchup and barbecue sauce is number 3.
Ranch.
It says you got about 6 months to use them up. Keep an
Ranch
eye on
is
the
a
color.
good one.
Well, ranch falls under salad dressing.
Coffee creamer.
Mayonnaise, number 1. It's got eggs. So when it's been opened, the USDA says it's only good for 2 months. Give it the sniff test. If it doesn't smell right,
really?
I've definitely used like a year-old.
Oh, for sure.
Same.
For sure.
I know, I
And
feel
salad
like it lasts
dressing,
forever.
too.
I know, me too. It just like sits in the back of my fridge.
What do you got for life hacks, Rich?
We've talked about this before, but now there's actual science to show you how to do it right. And this is the solving the problem of a limb falling asleep. Like you've been sitting down too long and you get up and your leg's totally asleep.
Yeah, especially after you're on the toilet.
On the
your
toilet,
phone.
or maybe even in a car ride and you get out to go walk somewhere, there's a bunch of people and you look like you're walking down a ramp even though it's straight. So we used to say, or in science they used to say, just move your head a little bit and it actually wakes up the limb, but that's not really the way to do it. It's shaking your head emphatically no. Like that. You can't see that on the radio,
That
but
gives
shake
me
your
a
head.
headache.
Well, I mean, you'll have to deal with that later. You take some aspirin.
You need another life hack to get the headache.
Yeah, that's another. Eat some almonds. That'll get rid of your headache.
What is it? That's when
another
you
life
press
hack.
in between your thumb and your index finger.
Yeah. So you got them all. But when your limbs are falling asleep, especially your legs, which is the big body part that falls asleep, shake your head really fast, and it should cure the sleeping limb within minutes, sending blood rushing through that limb, which is what you want. So try that hack. Let us know if it works for you. If it doesn't, then maybe perhaps you're part Android. I don't know. That life hack and many more can be found at johnjanerich.com.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.
There's an efficient way to get caught up on a lot of news. It's called The Seven from The Washington Post. It's a newsletter and podcast. Whether you're reading or hit play, you get 7 stories you need to know, and you can consume it all in just a few minutes. The Seven is out every weekday morning by 7 a.m. Eastern. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'm one of the writers, and I host the show. Find The Seven podcast wherever you're listening. The newsletter link is waiting for you in the show notes.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, you know, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
V, hi, you're on the air.
Oh my gosh. Let me tell you, I have 99 problems and my garage is one. Kyle, help. My marriage depends on it.
What's going on?
Okay, so listen. I, by all means, am not a hoarder. I walk around my house fine. My house is very clean. However, my garage is otherwise. And I know I'm not a hoarder, but I do find like really good deals. And actually anybody who knows me cracks up because they're like, oh, so what do you have in your garage? My neighbors come and they're like, hey, I need a VCR. I know you have to have one. I'm like, I do. So they come and like, I kid you not. My garage saves the day more than anything. So my neighbors love it. My friends love it. My kids adore it. However, my husband hates it. He gave me I wouldn't say a marriage ultimatum, but he gave me an ultimatum. He's like, hey, I recently had surgery, got really sick, have been very, anyhow. So point blank is surgery. And he gave me some slack, and he's like, all right, once you're out of your 6 weeks after your surgery, he's like, you have 2 months to clean it up, or else I'm going to go in there and I'm going to just trash it all. And I'm panicking, right? I'm like, okay, this is like stuff I spent a lot of money on, and I can't just have it in the trash can. And, you know, it's almost like I spent so much money on it, and it's still good, but I don't want to put it in the garage sale and then get like 25 cents for it. So anyhow, give me tips.
What about like a storage unit?
I feel like your husband's out of line. Like your clutter has purpose.
Oh, dear.
I give him 2 months to change his mind. Find something that you bring to the table, dude.
I did. I'm like, did you clean your closet? And you know what he does? He has such nerve. He's like, actually, let me go in my closet. Here's 3 pair of pants. Here's 10 shirts. And I'm like, God, this is going the opposite way. I'm like, okay, it backfires on me. So I'm like, oh, great. I'm like, okay, that's not the point. The point is that you have a lot of stuff, and he really doesn't. And he's like, no, I don't. And it's just like, it's never ending. So I did start decluttering, like, you know, I took a lot of things to like other mothers, like good stuff. And I got some store credit and, you know, like the consignment stores. I'm like, cool, I'll take that. That doesn't hurt that bad. But, you know, it's like the bigger things that I'm like, you know, we have a birthday party. Who wants to pay a decorator $1,000 to decorate when I could do it just as well? So anyhow.
Okay, so if a storage unit, like Peyton said, isn't an option, because that can be really expensive, I would say the thing that always helps me, like in decluttering, is first organizing. Like, so if there's a possibility, like if you're really attached to all the clutter and it does actually help you out and all these people in your life benefit from it, like I would just try organizing it first, and then your husband may not be so annoyed with it. Like that would be my first step. And then while you're organizing it, you may go, oh, well, maybe this thing isn't totally necessary. Or maybe you could start a really cool offer up and you could just start making money off of that stuff.
Yeah, I tried that.
Okay. I would try organizing it, because when it's all like perfectly put in situations and places, it may not feel so invasive.
You're right. Okay, yeah. So maybe not having him tiptoe around my stuff and maybe a walkway would be nice.
Yeah, give him a walkway. He deserves that.
Before you clean up, I'm looking for 80s style bedazzler. Do you have one of those in your garage? I want to get my denim jacket looking fly.
I'll look for one.
Okay,
You know what?
good.
I have a bedazzler.
I do too.
You know what I have that is ridiculous, and I will never. I told my daughter, this is going to be in my will. You are going to take this home for your children. Is I went to a garage sale. Actually, it was a state sale, and they had things from back, like segregation. This lady had really crazy things. So then I got this desk that's all wooden. I don't even mind sending a picture over to you guys. I've never seen anything like that. Well, inside the desk, there was a newspaper that you could barely open it up because it would crumble. And, I didn't want to do that. Well, right before the daughter sold it to me, I think I paid $50 for it. Just because it looks that cool. There was stuff in there from like Queen Elizabeth and like segregation, like the blacks and the whites and the water fountains. And I'm like, what? Can I just keep that? And she's like, sorry, that's my grandmother's. And I'm like, great. So I didn't want to be a jerk. But anyhow, so I feel like that lap desk is worth so much money. So
You
I'm
need to
like,
take
all
it to
right,
that TV show. What is that?
Antiques Roadshow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You got to get Rich. Rich wants a whites only fountain so bad.
Oh my gosh,
That's
John.
terrible.
In the Civil War era, bedazzler.
Yeah, so anyhow, I feel like that may bring a fortune at some point,
Right.
but I probably need to take it to that pawn shop, but I want to make sure it accrues enough years so that they're like, okay, this is a once in a lifetime thing,
Yeah. All right, V, thank you for calling.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, it's time for Spring Break Bust. And we're going old school Spring Break Bust. We got a mom wants to check in on their kid, which is how this whole thing started. Amy, good morning. Tell us a little bit about what's going on in your spring break world.
Oh, man. Having kids is hard. So I'm really nervous about what's happening. I've definitely tried to prepare myself. My daughter's getting a little older. She's in her 20s now. And so what happened is her and all of her cousins, they're all around the same age. And so we were talking about what to do for them for spring break. And my parents offered their house. So they live right on the beach in San Diego. And they're like, all the kids can stay here. We'll rent an Airbnb down the road. The girls, the cousins, they've always had a lot of freedom. Like my sisters and I have really encouraged them to do things there on their own and go travel together. But this trip is a little, I don't know, they're not being as straightforward with what they're doing and what's happening. And my daughter's never really been cagey. I have her location, so I know she's where she says she is, but I'm kind of curious if my parents aren't holding up their end of the bargain. It's just, I don't know. Something's either happening down there. My daughter's just being really weird with me.
Why would you be worried your parents aren't holding up? Like, they're at their house, right?
Yeah, my parents, they've never really given up the Grateful Dead days.
Oh, God.
Like, they, I remember as a kid, seeing all sorts of party supplies, and I know that they've calmed down a little in their old age, but they love a party.
I know a guy. I lived in San Diego. I know a guy, and he was my boss. His brother was a Grateful Dead person and had a teepee in his backyard and would go listen to music and smoke out.
Like total hippies.
And live in the teepee.
I love it.
That guy is now a commentator for March Madness. Bill Walton.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and he lives in San Diego, from San Diego. I mean, that's crazy. So when you said that, immediately I have a visual of what your parents look like. Do you know what I mean? Like, I totally do. But anyway,
yeah,
so you're worried about them more than you're worried about your kids, your daughter, for what's going on with your parents. Maybe they're in the way somehow.
My sisters and I, we have a good time, a glass of Chardonnay here and there, maybe take an edible, but we do not party the way that our parents parties. Like, there were parties that would go on for 4 days.
Oh my gosh.
Goodness. So you're worried it's starting to skip a generation.
Right. I'm a little nervous. Yeah, because my girls, my daughter's never, like, I think of the girls as in her cousins, they've not really been exposed to that kind of, I'm sure that they've gone to college parties, and she's told me some things, But honestly, this generation seems a lot more mild.
Okay. We will call your daughter. What's her name?
Her name's Adriana.
We're going to get your daughter on the line. We're going to ask her to be a reporter for us for spring break. Okay, so we're going to just say, hey, how's it going there? Are you partying? Are you not partying? And you just stay quiet on the line. Just listen and just let her go. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so hold on the line. We'll take a quick break. Spring break bust continues next with John, Jane, Rich. Got a mom wants to check in on her daughter. There's a little bit of a twist already. So Amy wants to check in on her daughter, Adriana, who's in San Diego with all her cousins, staying at her grandparents' house on the beach. But Amy thinks there's something a little fishy because the grandparents were going to go stay at an Airbnb. Now, the grandparents, Amy's parents, are deadheads. It means they travel with the Grateful Dead. They're, smoke pot. Like psychedelics, old school stuff. So, Amy, you think that maybe there's something going on with your parents and your daughter. Maybe.
They love a party.
But your daughter doesn't party. Not like they do. And you didn't really party.
She drinks some. Like, I've had a couple of beers with her, especially when she got back from college that first year. I trust my daughter completely. She's not a party girl.
Okay, so you hang tight. Grant, did you talk to him? Talk to her?
Yeah, I got Adriana on the phone. She seems pretty fun. She's having a good time on spring break for sure.
Okay.
Seems like she's enjoying herself.
Okay. All right, so
With
Amy, you stay quiet. We're going to talk to her. Okay, hold on. Adriana.
Hi.
Hey, so you're totally cool being a reporter for us for spring break?
Yeah, for sure.
Good, because spring break's ending in a lot of places, right? So we've had reporters from all the way from Honolulu to Cancun to Miami Beach, but we haven't had a San Diego reporter yet. So can you give us a rundown? Just tell us, have you been to clubs or you just been hanging out on the beach? What's been going on? What have you seen? What have you experienced this week of spring break?
Honestly, it's been a wild couple of days, and I can't really even fathom all of the things that have gone down. We've been staying at my grandparents' house. They have a house in San Diego, and it's been, pretty chill comparatively. But last night was the most mortifying and horrific experience I have ever had in so many different ways. Okay, hang on.
Go on.
Yes, I'm let me explain. We were at the beach, and we were literally we were just getting really drunk, and we were on our way home, and it was really late and really dark and really, really cold, and we just wanted to get into the hot tub, and so we were walking outside to the back, and then we started freaking out because I guess my cousin Joey left the back door unlocked because the door was wide open, and we walked back there, and we see that my grandparents must have decided to come back early because we had texted them and said, hey, if you come by and we're not there, we're going to be out late. So don't freak out. And they were there and they were in the hot tub and they were not wearing anything.
Oh, gosh.
I saw my pawpaw behind my mammy, her hands on the side of the hot tub, her saggy boobies just swinging in the wind.
No.
Yes. And I was just oh. And we couldn't leave. Because my other cousin, he had lent his car to this guy because he gave us a whole bunch of Coke, and so we didn't have a way to leave, and then I know they saw us. Hold on, Coke? You guys are doing cocaine? Mom? Hey, baby. Hi, Mom.
Seeing my parents have sex is just kind of a rite of passage in this family.
Oh my God. Oh, wow. I'm not even surprised about that.
But the cocaine is a little okay. I'm not a fan of you guys doing coke. I don't mind if you do take an edible or hippie drugs like mushrooms or Molly or whatever, but Oh, please don't do
took Molly,
cocaine.
too, if
It
that
just makes you
feel
want
better.
more of it.
What? I mean, we took Molly too, if that makes you feel better.
I don't think that's going to make her feel better.
Oh my gosh! What do you,
At least you were doing it in a safe space with your cousins.
did you?
Grandparents.
I mean, it was just at the grandparents' house, but I think you should really call Mammy and Papa because we all ran. We all
they
took
wanted
off
to get
running,
caught,
and I think
I'm sure.
they are really scared that we're not coming back.
A lot of layers to this family. A lot of layers. So, did you say you traded a car for cocaine?
Just for the night.
Okay, just clarifying. That's kind of good.
Why is this so normal?
Amy,
Oh my God.
Amy, you said you think your parents wanted to get caught. They wanted these young kids to see them doing it in the hot tub.
Don't tell me that. I can't look at
No,
Mammy and
I mean,
Papa.
both of your aunts and I have walked in on our parents having sex in the living room, outside,
in the living room.
on a They just, I mean,
On the couch?
I guess I love that they're still so in love.
But still.
That's one way of looking at it.
I seriously feel like
many
you guys are
times?
my family. Like,
Really?
I really do feel like this is probably something that would go down in the Murphy family. I really do.
I mean, my mother had her hips replaced about 5 years ago, so I'm just glad she's getting some use out of it.
All right.
My gosh, what a family.
You're so understanding.
Totally.
All of that, and Mom's like, just cut back on the coke a little. That's all she's saying.
Yeah, I just don't stay away from anything you snort or put in your veins. Like, I don't mind you guys trying hippie drugs because they're not addictive, but coke just makes you want more coke, and heroin ruins your life. So,
And watching old people have sex makes you want to...
Traumatizes you.
Makes you want to do coke.
I hope that she remembers that and remembers to use a condom.
Oh,
So-
jeez.
Okay, you guys, this is a spring break bus I'm going to remember for a long time.
Are you ready to have a big day? Ready as I can be. Are you ready to serve today? Are you ready? Are you ready? To step to the right car? Are you ready? Are you ready to start today?
Good morning, John, Jane, Rich. Thanks for holding.
I'm your biggest fan.
Oh, thank you.
I'm 10 years old and I'm blind.
But you listen to them.
But I listen to you guys every morning.
Oh my
You're
god.
so cute.
What's your name?
Tiago. Thiago.
I love that name.
What do you like to do?
Thanks,
What do,
John Jay.
what do you like to do for fun?
Well, what I like to do for fun is just hang out and relax.
That's fun to me.
That's my
That's
favorite
amazing.
thing. What are you watching on TV?
What's your favorite movie right now?
I don't know.
Tell me.
Okay, my most favorite movie is
You can say SpongeBob.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh, it's a good choice.
That's my
Yes,
favorite.
we love
What
SpongeBob.
amazing energy you have. How do we get some of your energy?
you.
You sound amazing.
Because I'm your biggest fan.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
I only have one brother, and this is my little brother. Come on, say hi. Hi, Dad.
Oh, what an awesome family you have.
Thank you.
What part of town? Where do you live?
In Monmouth, Oregon. I've been trying to win the $1,000 payer bill.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with $1,000?
I'm gonna buy Tony's. It's like a little, like, they have like little figures, like characters, and then there's like a little box, and then it like plays music and stories and stuff.
They're called Little Tonys, like they're little Italian guys. Hey, what are you doing?
That's funny.
You're so funny.
Well, can we give you a big radio hug?
Yeah, sure.
Let's go, everyone. Give him a big old hug. Oh, there you go.
Everyone.
You have a great day. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you so much.
And drive safe. Bye.
Bye.
Do you guys remember Lindsay? Just a quick little recap. If I'm right with Lindsay here, so you were dating your psychiatrist's son. That didn't go well. And then out of nowhere,
Right.
I don't know, it was last time we talked to her. Out of nowhere, she sends me a voicemail message on my Instagram. And I was just going to play it. And then I thought, in fact, here's a little piece of it.
John Jay. Last night I went on a first date and the guy said he loved me and all of this
The
stuff.
guy
and
said he loved me. And I was like, I wonder where this is going to go. And I thought, well, let's just get Lindsay on there to tell her story. Because if you remember, she's got crazy dating stories.
Yeah.
So first date, he says, I love you.
Yeah. I mean, it was going well, right? We went out to this like brewery, just thought it would be low key, hang out or whatever, and it went well. And he like immediately went like, we should be exclusive. We both need to, because we met on an app, of course. We both need to delete the app. He's like, you got me wanting to say some things. I was like, what are you talking about? What things? And then he's like, well, I just feel like I love you.
Whoa.
And I was like, yikes. Okay. I was like, oh, okay. Like, I was like, it's been a good time. And whatever. And so I thought everything went great. We said, good night, whatever. And the next day, I knew he had some things to do in the morning, and I had a baby shower to go to. Lived our life. I tried to text him like later in the afternoon, 2-3 o'clock, and it doesn't say delivered.
So did he
I was
block
like,
you?
That's strange. So he blocked me.
What?
So
rude.
I get the app back, and guess who else did? So I was like, what? Well, what the? Like, this is so confusing. Like, what?
Well, you didn't give him the I love you return.
No. Well, I mean,
Rightfully so.
I don't
Why
even
would
care at this point? Why? But like, is that why? Like, I just don't. Everything else was great.
I thought you loved me.
Yeah, right?
Well, I did. In my text, I was like, hey, like, I thought everything went well. Like, why would you say those things and then block me? Because I knew he blocked me. I said, hey, and then, like, as a test, nothing.
Well,
and undelivered.
How did you shut that down? That's probably what did it. However, you shut down the I think I love you is probably what the problem is for him. But it's good for you that you shut it down. But what did you say?
I mean, I didn't really, I was like, I was just like kind of shocked. I was just like, oh, okay. And we just like went about our lives.
Okay, did you sleep with him at all?
Yes.
Okay, you slept with him. So the first date, you meet him, you go back
So
to your
maybe
house.
that's why he loved me.
Well, at what point, when did he say I love you? Before you slept with him or after you slept with him?
Both.
Or like during?
All of the above.
So
So
he said,
love bombing stuff.
so he said I love you a few times to you during the night.
Yes.
Now, him saying I love you and saying you might be the one for me, did that at all help you say, I'm going to sleep with him tonight?
No.
No, so you were planning on sleeping with him anyway as soon as you saw him.
I mean, eventually, I was like, he's very attractive, and it's been a long time. So, I mean, why not?
Okay, so let me ask Peyton and Kyle this question. You meet a guy on the first night, you go on a date on the first night. He says, I love you. Okay, that's awkward right there. Boom, right?
Yes.
So do you reach out to him again after that?
Probably not.
Right. So that's why I'm curious as to why he said, I love you. It made you feel completely uncomfortable, but then you still text him the next day. But then again, you slept with him. So your brain, you need to go back to that counselor.
Well, and maybe I was thinking after I talked to you a little bit, John Jay, I was like, you know what? Maybe I should just give Peyton and Kyle the password to my app and they can run my show. Like, because clearly it is not working. I'm like so frustrated. Like, I want to quit. However, like, I'm serious about like finding my person. I'm like in my early 30s. Like, I'm ready to you think Peyton's ready for a ring? Like, this girl is ready.
I think you got to not sleep with him on the first date. Don't sleep with him on the first date. Because here's the thing: if you're that guy, if you're that guy, he probably does that a lot, and it works for him.
Yeah.
Right?
And he just ghosts him afterwards.
Right.
I think it was just a line.
Yeah, I think it was a
lame.
line.
That's terrible. What happened to the last guy that you were so connected with? Not the counselor's kid, but the one after that.
Rich. Yeah, the one that we actually were exclusive and we were very similar. Oh yeah, he was awful, turns out.
Oh no.
He would yell at me in public for literally no reason. Very verbally abusive, I feel like. And yeah, he broke up with me real quick after I was at his house, we were having a good time, and then I can't even remember what brought it up, but he was like,
you know what?
I mean,
you have a pattern
about his apartment or something, and I clearly.
So you've got a big personality, and you seem to be attracted to these people who come on really strong, really fast, and you seem to like that. But that's no good for you.
Yeah.
You need to suss them out longer.
So how did he yell at you in public? For what? Over what?
I don't even remember. Well, at his house, I told him he was a little messy, and he was like, "Get out." Like, you've got to get out. We're done. And I was
We're
like,
done?
what? You are. You're a boy. Like, I was like, I'm a little messy. It's not that big of a deal. He's like, no. And then just, like, went off on, like, a whole, I'm never going to marry you. You're never meeting my family. I was like, whoa, we've been dating 2 months. Like,
Good grief.
Well, he was
I'm
right.
glad you got rid of him.
You're never meeting my family.
It was tragic. And, like, that wasn't, So
You know what? I want to do that from now. If I ever get into an argument with anybody, I'm going to be like, you're never meeting my family. Sir, this is Hertz Rent-A-Car.
No problem.
But yeah, so shoot. So maybe, Rich, maybe you're right. Like, maybe you should get out and running this too. You, the trio, Peyton, Rich, and Kyle. You all can have my dating app.
We will suss out the losers, that's for sure.
Yeah. All right,
It's just
Lindsay.
ridiculous.
You're a joy. Have a great day. Thank you. Thank you so much for always
Y'all
keeping us
too.
up to date. All right.
Of course.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So artificial intelligence, AI, is in the news all the time. Kyle's husband, right? He's trying to do a deal where he can use his voice AI or something.
Well, yeah. I mean, you kind of have to adjust to technology in any business, right? And him doing radio and TV voiceovers, it's like he is adjusting to the business. So he actually subscribed to this service that he was playing around with yesterday. And I was like, what is that? And it's basically an AI site where you type in a couple of sentences about whatever you want. You type in the type of music you want, and it creates a song within seconds, like a full-blown song with a chorus and a beat.
And it's not real people singing it. It's
AI. It's all AI.
So he plugged in us.
So I was like, do a song about our show. Do a song about the John Jay and Rich show. And so he literally typed in, and I kid you not, it was maybe even less than 2 sentences. It was the John Jay and Rich morning show, pop culture, fun in the morning, pop song. And this is what came out.
Wake up, it's a brand new day. Tune in, hear what we gotta say. John Jay and Rich, they're on the mic. Studying pop culture and laughter, alright. Talking about the latest trends and news. Gotta catch up on what we might have misjudged. No need to stress, they'll keep us entertained. With the humor, we won't feel no pain.
It's a smash.
I don't think Rich is impressed.
No, I'm actually kind of blown away.
Okay.
Rich, they're our morning folks. They'll keep us up to date with all the shows.
Tortured DJ's department.
Hey.
Move over, Taylor.
Yeah.
Seconds is what this song took to make.
It's seconds.
Seconds.
And then he did. Then he did.
They
2
give you different versions.
Okay. Here's another version.
Waking up with the sun. Turn my dial to the right.
Sounds like Selena Gomez. Oh, I'll go Selena.
Gonna start my day right. Kyle brings the pop culture. Keep me in the know. Peyton's got the dish. Gotta love the way she flows. They play War of the Roses, spilling secrets, that's their game. Finding out the dirt on relationships with no shame. Laughing in the morning, putting smiles on our faces. John Jay and Rich, bringing all the fun to these places. This is the morning show. John Jay and Rich, bringing laughter as they go from the pop culture.
Glow sticks.
Yeah.
Glow sticks.
Every morning's like an everlasting.
Drop the beat. There we go.
This is such a vibe.
I know. I was like, wow.
So he didn't try to rhyme anything.
No.
It rhymes it for you.
It does the whole thing. Like
That's so great.
sentences and then in seconds.
Who else would need that if you weren't on the radio? Like, you know what I mean? Like, hey man, I need a song right now before we can do this heart surgery.
Go to a meeting.
Marketing firms. You start using these too.
The thing about it is that I've heard versions of this like not even a few months ago that didn't sound this good. So it's getting better and better and better by the day.
Blew my mind for sure.
Yeah.
Is there another one too? Was there another version?
Yeah.
There's another version real quick.
Up this morning, feeling so alive. Turn on the radio, gotta get my vibe. John Jay and Rich, They're the ones I choose. Got me laughing so hard I can't lose. Second date.
Glow sticks.
I mean, this sounds like all the music they use on Selling the OC. Doesn't it?
You guys start Selling London? Did you see Selling London?
Yeah,
All
I
right.
haven't actually watched
Got
it yet,
potential.
though.
We got to do like music videos to these songs.
Yes.
Like I can just see us having so much fun.
We could do like a hip hop version, a country version. We could do all the versions.
Well, this is very. Thank you to your husband Fisher for doing that for you. That's really neat. All right, crazy. It's John, Jay, and Rich.
What are you looking for in a new smart TV? 4K picture quality, high quality and immersive sound, a sleek design? All of those are givens, but only the new Roku Pro Series has all of those and the Roku streaming experience, an award-winning OS. Get fast, easy access to all your apps like iHeart, where you can stream all your favorite music, radio, and podcasts all day, and regular all-inclusive trips to Roku City. The new Roku Pro Series, a smart TV built by the streaming pros.
There's an efficient way to get caught up on a lot of news. It's called The 7 from The Washington Post. It's a newsletter and podcast. Whether you're reading or hit play, you get 7 stories you need to know, and you can consume it all in just a few minutes. The 7 is out every weekday morning by 7 a.m. Eastern. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'm one of the writers, and I host the show. Find The 7 podcast wherever you're listening. The newsletter link is waiting for you in the show notes.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
It's time for JC. What's your dirty little secret?
Okay. So when I was younger, my favorite place to go with my family was Disneyland. And I've always been really short, like short people problems kind of situation. So when I was 10, I was unusually short for my age. And so my dad came up with this idea so that I could go on all the rides because the rest of my family was tall enough and they didn't want to have to leave someone behind. And I was brave and, really wanted to go on the ride. So we would put, and I realize this is really dangerous now, but we would put Jenga blocks into my shoes. And so I was able to go on all the rides and it was great. But what happened was that on one of the rides, we were going on to Space Mountain and so first of all, the Jenga blocks are really uncomfortable to walk around in. And so they kind of made me walk funny. And so I was in line with my family and I was walking and then one of the staff came up and asked if we wanted to be moved up to the front of the line. And what we came to realize is that they thought that because of how I was walking that I had a disability of some sort, which again, we've revisited this as a family and realized wow, there's on so many levels what we did was so wrong. But I don't think that we realized until after we went on the ride that's why, my brother is actually the one that was just hey guys, by the way, I think that's why we got brought up.
Because you're walking with Jenga blocks in your shoes, you're walking funny.
Had to hurt.
Yeah, I did this to my son Dutch. I think you remember the story. I was waiting in Pine Top. There's a go-kart place, and he was too short to get his own go-kart. So I put tissue paper in his shoes to raise him up higher. At least tissue paper worked. And then the owner of the go-kart place came out and yelled at me. We got in a huge fight.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm his dad. I want him to be in the go-kart. And she's like, same thing.
Then it's a liability for them, for sure.
But then she called me a bad dad.
Oh, ouch.
Oh, yeah, it was brutal. And then I haven't been back to that place again. and it's thriving.
Is it?
No, I don't know if it is. I don't know. But Jenga blocks seem so painful.
Especially walking around all day. Like just regular shoes
by
walking
your
around all day.
Third or fourth ride, you're definitely walking like you got a disability.
Yeah, forget it. I don't want to go to Disneyland anymore. That's what I would say.
I'm glad to hear that I'm not that my family wasn't the only ones to some degree
No way.
that had this idea. Like I totally get it. And my dad kind of said the same thing. He was just like, I just wanted you to have fun and, be with the family. And now it's like, okay, then maybe we should have gone on a different vacation.
You would have better off. You would have been better off with Legos in your shoes than Jenga.
Ouch! Ouch!
I think with great shoes, it hurts walking around Disney all day.
You honestly they were on a trip because it's kind of like, what can we do to make her taller? Bring out the Jenga set.
Yeah.
Like that, you know what I mean? Like it was in the back of the station wagon. All right.
I mean, it was also before the time of platforms for kids too. So nowadays we could have just got me a pair of cute platforms.
Yeah, I didn't even think about something like that.
Or
That's
maybe
kind of really
inject
smart.
a little human growth hormone. Come on.
That would have been the next step.
Talk about being questionable.
All right, JC, thanks for sharing that dirty little secret with us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
It's John, Jay, and Rich. I saw this article, and immediately I thought of the four people on the show, and I thought mostly Kyle and me regretting this. This article is things in your home that you regret throwing away in 10 years because you're now going through cleaning, right? Your New Year's resolution.
That's right. January, I cleaned out and purged my closet. February, I officially finished my cleaning out and purging of my craft area.
So January, cha-cha-cha-chow, cha-chow, February. Well, these are things that you're going to regret throwing away because Rich throws things out immediately. Pictures of his kids, rips them up,
totally.
throws them out. Yeah.
I know what they look like.
Yeah.
Rips them
I've
up.
seen them.
All right, so things you're going to regret throwing away in 10 years. Vintage furniture, it says. Old furniture pieces, especially those crafted from solid wood, are often irreplaceable. These items are perfect candidates for restoration. I don't think I'd do that.
Go ahead and throw away the IKEA furniture.
Yeah. We have stuff in storage that we have to go through and get rid of. And I said to Blake, I was like, maybe Peyton wants it because we talked about it before, right?
Yeah.
Family heirlooms. Heirlooms. Inherited items like jewelry, photo albums, handmade quilts. Why would you throw those away? I would never throw
that away.
Rich, this is going to hit you hard. Vinyl records.
Oh, who would throw those away?
It says, with the resurgence of vinyl in recent years, old record collections have seen a dramatic increase in value. Beyond nostalgia, these albums can become collector's items.
It's true.
Totally. My grandma has hundreds of vinyls, and every time I walk into her house and I see her collection, I'm like, you're so trendy right now.
You should see what she has. Maybe Rich can buy it all.
I'm sure there's some worth a lot of money.
There probably is. Like my daughter Audrey works at a record store, and she'll go through my thing, and she's like, "Well, that's a European pressing. That's worth $200."
Yeah, Audrey's gonna have to check out my grandma's collection.
That's the thing.
Antique china and dishes, while they may seem outdated, fine china and vintage dishware often becomes cherished collectibles. Who would throw that away? I don't know.
I don't know why.
It's like, that's why I'm saying you and I are hoarders.
Yeah.
That's why you and I almost every one of these. Why would you throw that away?
We won't regret it because we didn't throw it away.
Every time my father says, "Do you want your mom's china?" I'm like, "Why? Where am I going to put it?"
Retro electronics, old gadgets like typewriters, first generation gaming consoles, and early mobile phones. I have every phone I've ever had.
I still have a pager.
Do you really? You win that game, girl. You win this game.
A pager.
Does this hotel have pager access? Books, first edition or out-of-print books often grow in value over time. My dad said never throw away a book.
That's true.
Holiday decorations, vintage ornaments, especially handmade or glass-blown ones. Don't throw those away. Handwritten letters and cards. I never throw those away. It's really tough to throw those away. Vintage clothing and accessories. Don't throw those away. I mean, those jeans might come back in 10 years.
That's true.
Every time I've ever gotten rid of a pair of jeans, I wish I still had them later. Every time. Tools and workshop items. High-quality tools are built to last. Classic toys, vintage toys, limited edition or iconic brands can become valuable collectibles. Old coins. Why would you throw away coins?
I don't know. That's like you just are so rich you don't want coins.
Rugs and textiles, high quality rugs. We have thrown away rugs. Why? Because our dogs peed all over them.
Well, I think that's an exception.
Musical instruments, older instruments, even out of tune or that need repair, often possess superior craftsmanship compared to modern versions.
Truth.
Yeah, so don't throw those away.
I found my recorder from the 3rd grade in my mom's storage the other week.
Can you bring it in?
It's so annoying. No. It's like one of those plastic clear ones. It's all big on the top. So gross.
So it's spring cleaning time. Do not spring clean. Keep it all. That's what we say. Keep it all.
Keep more stuff in your house. Make it look junkier. Hang it on a wall.
I mean, that's just a little heads up since it's springtime. Little kid or drunk adult? We all do dumb things. Sometimes we do. We're little kids, and other times we're drunk adults. Can you tell the difference? I've asked these people to tell us something stupid. You guys guess. We'll go around the room.
I accidentally set my house on fire, lighting fireworks in my bedroom.
Rich?
Little kid.
Peyton?
Drunk adult.
Huh?
Drunk adult.
I was a little kid. My friend brought over a ton of fireworks one day after school, and we ended up lighting some in my bedroom, and long story short, curtains caught on fire from one of the fireworks, and the fire just spread so quickly, like we lost half of our house. It was so bad. Thankfully, we had insurance. I blamed my friend, so I never got in trouble for it. Unfortunately, I was never able to see that friend again, but I was a little kid.
That's crazy.
Little kid or drunk adult?
I threw a plate of spaghetti off the wall at an Olive Garden.
Peyton?
Little kid.
Kyle?
Drunk adult.
Rich?
Drunk adult.
So I was a little kid. I basically got into a fight with my little sister, and she wouldn't stop teasing me about this awful haircut I had. So I finally got so mad that I took her plate of spaghetti and I threw it off the wall at the Olive Garden, and we were literally asked to leave.
Little kid or drunk adult?
I got in serious trouble for farting in a police dog's face.
Kyle?
Oh my gosh. Little kid.
Rich?
Drunk adult.
Peyton?
Drunk adult.
I was a drunk adult. I was being detained for fighting in a bar. The cop had a police dog with him. I thought it'd be funny to rip a fart in the dog's face. The police officer did not find it amusing. He immediately choked me out and then put me in handcuffs.
Mm-hmm.
That's so sad.
Oh my God.
Yeah. No, what did the dog deserve?
I know.
I know.
What are you looking for in a new smart TV? 4K picture quality, high quality and immersive sound, a sleek design? All of those are givens, but only the new Roku Pro Series has all of those and the Roku streaming experience, an award-winning OS. Get fast, easy access to all your apps like iHeart, where you can stream all your favorite music, radio, and podcasts all day, and regular all-inclusive trips to Roku City. The new Roku Pro Series, a smart TV built by the streaming pros.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include a lot more people than ourselves. Loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, we help plan your financial picture with the bigger picture in mind. Because even though our business is helping guide your finances, our ambition is to make it mean so much more. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.
We've all done it. You see a headline but don't have time to read the whole story, or there's so much news you're not sure what is worth your time. I'm Colby Ekowitz, co-host of Post Reports, the weekday afternoon podcast from The Washington Post. Post Reports brings you what's relevant and revealing. Breaking stories, politics, wellness, culture. Each episode goes beyond a headline for the context you need. Find Post Reports now, wherever you're listening.